Alright passengers, we're ready to take off on this lovely United Airlines flight. Wait, what? We're overbooked? Fuck, not again. Alright, get rid of the Asian guy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my Guys, my god. What are you doing? No, this is wrong. Oh my god. Look at what you did to him. Oh my god.
I have to go home. 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 I have to.
Okay guys, that was obviously just a Summersore version of a parody of the UA incident. Obviously, my personal feelings are that this video is not meant to make fun of the doctor or any of the passengers on the flight. It's merely to poke fun of how a corporation like UA can treat their customers so poorly. So I'm very personally interested in how the situation pans out, what will happen with the FBI investigation. But one thing I wanted to kind of talk about is to clarify the overbookings. A lot of people on social media and on YouTube have been kind of just going over how easy it is to prevent overbookings and why does overbookings happen in the first place. You know, it's the customers themselves paid for the flight. You know, they should be guaranteed to be on the flight. And look, that's true for people that customers are paying, you know, up to thousands of dollars per flight. There's no reason why they have to be forcibly dragged out of the flight that they paid for, right? Makes no sense. But it's not as simple as that. Look, the airline industry is notoriously bad industry. It's one of the worst business to be in, along with the restaurants business, because the margins are so razor thin. The margins in the airlines business so razor thin. That's why you see these recent years that the airlines have been cutting down on snacks, cutting down on food and in-flight meals. They're cheapening out on a lot of stuff. Before, you used to get free headphones on every flight that was long enough, and now you don't have to pay for those headphones yourself. So it's a very tough business, and to maximize as much profits as they can and to not lose money on the flight, what happens is the overall fixed costs of a single flight, especially international flights, are huge, right? They had to pay the staff, they had to pay the flight attendants, the pilots, and then they had to pay for the fixed fuel costs and of course the depreciation of the airplane itself. So it's a very, very high fixed cost business, right? So if you think about it that way, that means every single empty seat on a flight is costing them money, is costing them a lot of money. So therefore, they do this kind of booking deal where if you book in early, you're getting cheaper prices than if you were to book last minute. But then all of a sudden, last minute, there's a lot of cheap prices because you know what? They don't have enough people to fill in the seats. Anyway, this situation kind of is how overbooking happens, and so my personal opinion is that they really got to innovate on how to really fix this operational problem, right? And not just kicking, hey, you three, get out of the plane right now, and that's terrible, right? So anyway, I'm not saying what UA did was right. Like, it's completely terrible how they handled the situation, but I'm just explaining that overbooking is not as obvious as people think. Like, solving overbooking is not as easy as some of the social media and YouTube, you know, make it seem to be. You know, just get rid of overbooking. It's not that simple. Anyway, here is another thing that's interesting that I wanted to kind of share with you guys is, right, it blew up on social media last night. Right, Monday night. Now, as of recording, today is Tuesday, so the day of this recording, in the morning, when the stock markets opened, the price of United Continental Holdings, the parent company of United Airlines, dropped 5%. Boom. I mean, this is pretty obvious, right? This is a 5-day chart, right? This is pretty obvious. This is dropping down by a huge blip. Right? I mean, even if we take a look at the month, is by a huge blip, right? But this blip, at $68, basically 5% drop, quickly rose back in the afternoon after 12, back up to $70. Right, the closing yesterday was $71. So this shows a huge decrease in the stock prices, but many different factors. At $68, it was cheap enough for more investors who can get back in, more day traders to kind of buy it up and hoping to sell high again, which they probably did, and also Warren Buffett, a very influential investor, is still a big holder for United Continental. So for him to still hold shares in the company, people will really lose faith. People will really lose faith if he drops out, if he sells. I mean, that's a trend in a lot of stocks that Warren Buffett holds. As soon as he dumps his entire shares of that company's stock usually actually plummets a bit. But what happens overall in these situations where there's like a tarnish, there's like an incident that happens that tarnishes the reputation of the company, usually there's a small blip. We don't tend to see a big spike of we tend not to see with companies of this size that the stock just goes down and down and down and down and never comes back up, right? Usually just a short blip, and it gets recovered as investors feel that the media frenzy is over. People's memory of the incidents kind of faded back into the past. People's confidence of the company comes back in, right? But what I'm really surprised about is how fucking fast this went back. Like, this bounced back really fast. I was expecting at least an entire week of depressed prices. But I mean, maybe it's too early to tell. Like, I'm very amateur myself. Maybe it's very too early to tell. That's why I don't do any day trading. But maybe this is why, it's a bit too early to tell. Again, very interested on what's gonna happen with the FBI investigations. And again, I just feel that they really should have handled the situation a lot better. Anyway, enough ranting for now. I will see you guys all on stream on Saturday night, and probably before then another YouTube video. So indirectly see you on another YouTube video. I hope you guys have a great day. So yeah, have a great day, guys.